We are live.
Hello and a very good afternoon to everyone watching. The day one of last group match in the Ranji Trophy had been a spectacle, especially in
Okay.
the capital where fans came in number to watch probably their favorite cricketer play domestic cricket for the one last time. However, it ended in a 15 ball disappointment by an unknown Railways bowler flattening his off stump and then screaming in delight. Truly, day two derived a new spectacle. And to tell us more about it and other Ranji games, joining us Gargi and Rohit from Firosha Kotla and Devashish Sen and Shamik Chakraborty from Eden. Gargi, Rohit might be joining us later, but Gargi, coming to you first. Before we go on to his beautiful dismissal by an unknown bowler, Himanshu Sangwan, when Kohli took the guard, can you talk to us about what the atmosphere in the stadium was like, how everyone was feeling the vibe like when Kohli came in and took the guard?
I'll start even a ball earlier than that, a delivery earlier than that. When I'm forgetting who the batter was. I think it was Anand. Not sure, but whoever the batter was who got out before Virat Kohli, the second that he got out, the crowd was on their feet. It's kind of sad that the Delhi crowd was cheering for Delhi batters to get out early so they could catch a glimpse of Virat Kohli. But at the same time, they were ecstatic when, the batter before Virat Kohli got out. Everyone was on their feet, and Virat Kohli was already on the sidelines. He was patted up. He was ready for his chance, and he got up. And the second that he got up from his chair, crowd went wild. There wasn't as much crowd as yesterday, but still, you I think there were close to 10,000 fans by the time Virat Kohli actually came into bat, and the crowd just went completely wild. And the other part where the crowd was really engaging with Virat Kohli was the fact that every time the ball touched his bat, every time the ball touched his bat, the crowd just went wild. And when he hit that straight drive, it was actually, when you look at that over against Sangwan, Virat was struggling for a few deliveries. He had gotten stuck, and it looked like there were a couple of deliveries that struck the pad as well. So Virat Kohli was struggling until he had hit that one boundary. But again, in the very next ball, he got out. He got his off stump completely uprooted by Sangwan, and that's when the crowd just fell silent. Just one delivery changed everything for the crowd, and by the next delivery, by the next over, the stadium was empty again. So that's how everything panned out today.
Yes, yes. Everyone was there to watch the King play, probably one last time for his Delhi team. But can you paint us a picture? What kind of batting, how he was batting, what kind of shots he was playing? Was he still struggling outside, the ball pitching outside off, and then one jagging in and getting him out? What was happening with him?
Like I said, Sangwan was bowling from a very tight angle over there. And the ball was coming in, the ball was swinging in, and Virat Kohli was struggling for a few deliveries. You could see that he was getting stuck. He was trying to flick the ball. There were a couple of defenses as well that were good. But when you look at that particular over, I had internally felt that a wicket is coming because of the way that Virat Kohli was struggling to get that ball onto his bat. And that one shot, that one delivery was, I think it connected because he slogged the ball. But if he had gone with a straight face, which he did in the next one, he tried a similar shot to what he did the ball before, and he got out. And he completely missed the line and length of the ball, and it went into the stump. So it was, a nothing wicket. A batter of Virat Kohli's stature, you wouldn't have expected him to get out like that to a Ranji Trophy bowler, but that's what happened. It shows you that Virat Kohli really is struggling, and it's one match couldn't have changed Virat Kohli's momentum, but this is actually concerning.
It surely is. Shamik sir, Devashish sir, uh, I was speaking to someone and he told me that he was struggling with the ball coming outside off and swinging out, and then now he's when he was abroad. Now when he's in India, he's struggling with the ball coming back in. So can you tell us? I mean, this kind of form, is it going to impact the white ball season that's going to come in now?
Now, white ball cricket is completely a different ball game because you cannot compare white ball cricket to red ball cricket. I mean, field settings are different. I mean, the bowlers, the swing and everything. White ball doesn't swing much in the sense, if at all it does. So
Uh, Shamik sir, are
from
you still there?
yeah, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you're audible. You're audible.
Yeah. So I think a couple of things, two things contributed to Virat Kohli's dismissal. One is that, I mean, first of all, it was a good delivery. It was a good delivery. The way Sagwan held his left back, and the ball moved after pitching. And Virat Kohli left a gap between his bat and bat, through which entire Kutab Minar could have sneaked through. So from that so from that point of view, but I also feel with the previous shot, a straight drive for a four made him a little bit overconfident. That straight drive, that was a lollipop delivery. Virat was overpitched, half volley sort of, and it was a beautiful straight drive. It went for a four. So when the ball, that length was held back a little, he went through it. He went through with his shot. Rather than if he would have defended it, maybe this ball was not there to be hit that way. So, but maybe
Yes.
he became a touch overconfident. So he played that shot, and once again he left that huge gap between his bat and bat. And as the ball jacked back a bit after pitching off the seat, it was in fact credit to the bowler. He bowled a good delivery, but these are the two things I think that contributed to Virat's dismissal. And also, he didn't look very confident apart from that boundary. I mean, there had been two, three near misses, a couple of ages. I mean, a couple of deliveries very nearly missed his edge. So, in a way, you could see there's a batsman who has been struggling for form.
Shomik, I think
Yes.
Yeah,
that's the
if
point,
you
right?
if if you ask me, I will just add to the point what Shomikta mentioned. I would say that it was ego. Means it has and it has been the problem for Virat Kohli even in the Border Gavaskar Trophy, playing with his ego. Means obviously the few of the dismissals time and again, edging outside the off stump. Means and today also it was a pretty straightforward delivery that came jack back in, and he played across and was bowled. Means and it won't make Virat Kohli fans happy to see the stumps cartwheeling. So I think and also Virat Kohli has nothing to prove. If you ask me, it was kind of an inconsequential match because Delhi had no stakes whatsoever to go to the next round. It was just he was going through the motions, and that might be undoing today. But clearly, after that straight drive, it was a fabulous drive. That was reminiscent of a Virat Kohli straight drive, what we normally associate with him. But to be going after the next ball and leaving a gap between bat and pad, I think it was ego. It was more to do with ego because and what a moment for Himanshu Sangwan, and he will remember it for a long time. Obviously, we were just discussing in the press box here at the Eden Garden. He got 77 first class wickets and coming from Najafgar. So he will remember this, given the hype surrounding it, televised, thousands and thousands of spectators watching him live at the Arun Jaitley Stadium. So it was a great occasion for Himanish.
Sorry, Gargi, you were asking me something.
Yes, yes. No, I was saying that's what I was saying as well. That there was absolutely nothing wrong with that delivery, but at the same time, Virat Kohli did not have any reason to play that shot once again. That's what I was. That's the point that I was bringing up. That you don't expect a Virat Kohli to get out like that. It was almost as if Yes, it was a good delivery, but at the same time, it wasn't a delivery that could have 100%, 10 out of 10 times it could have gotten a wicket. He could have just defended, or he could have just uh, put his face forward. But it was not a delivery that Virat Kohli should have gotten out to.
And Gagi,
Yes.
if you please can give us a lowdown of his body language from the time he came out to bat. What we saw on telly, Sharandeep Singh stood up, gave a pat on his back, and walked in. And then after his dismissal, and he made the walk back to the pavilion. If you please can give us a bit lowdown of his body language.
Sure, sure, absolutely. So when we talk about the body language on the field, it's been pretty confident since yesterday, and I haven't been here for the practice matches. But from what I've heard is that he's been very friendly, he's been giving a lot of guidance to the youngsters as well. But when we talk about on the field, when he came out to bat, he looked very confident, and he looked like he was ready to hit some good runs. Unfortunately, that did not happen. But apart from that, I was actually speaking to a source here, and he was telling me he's someone who's worked at the DDCA for quite some long time. He has also played for DDCA, so this is a place where he has been for years and years, and more than half of his life he has spent at the Arun Jaitley Stadium. So he was telling me about his journey, with Virat Kohli, and he was telling me how Virat Kohli has actually mellowed himself down a lot compared to what we had seen maybe 5 years ago. Virat Kohli is a completely changed person outside of the field as well. He was telling me about how he used to be, let's not call it arrogance, but there was this air to Virat Kohli. He would behave a lot differently than what he does now. Now he's more friendly. Now he's more open to people. He will come in unprompted. He will talk to the youngsters unprompted. He will give out autographs. He will talk to his fans. He will talk to other staff members as well and greet them warmly, which is something that would not actually happen a few years ago. So he was telling me that Virat Kohli as a person outside of the field has also matured quite a lot.
Okay, over
Yes,
to you,
yes,
Naman.
yes, surely, surely. Gargi, if I just go on to the part where the fans weren't there in large number in the morning like they were yesterday, and then when Kohli came, I believe the numbers surged. How has it been after he got out after his dismissal?
Sorry, can you come again? The connection went off for a little bit.
Sure, sure, sure. So I was asking whether the fans started to leave after Kohli got out. What
Yeah,
has it
yeah,
been
yeah.
like?
Absolutely. That's what I've been telling you, right? Uh, People started pouring in once they realized, that Virat Kohli will come out to bat today. And once that happened, by the time Virat Kohli came in to bat, there were close to 10,000 people in the stands, spread across the stands. But as soon as he got out, people up and left. A lot of right now, I think inside there must be 2,000 to close to 4,000 people, but not more than that. And by the time the next over started, the crowds had completely cleared up. So that's what happened.
Yeah, I reposted your tweet, Gargi. I reposted your tweet where you posted an image of the Gautam Gambhir stand, which was all empty. And this is the harsh reality. I mentioned it in the morning live as well. We have to accept the harsh reality. Means obviously it was an aberration to get so many crowds coming to watch Virat Kohli play the first 2 days, but and it was a harsh reality. The moment he got out, everyone went away. And this is what it will happen. Means, and even if in next season also we saw if the star even if the star players play, you cannot draw a full house for every matches, and you have to accept. Means, and see, it's a weekday, it's a Friday, so who will despite the match being it's a free entry, but it was only that hype surrounding that Virat Kohli that people went in to watch him play. But otherwise, I would still stick to my point. What I've been saying, that it will be very very difficult for the fans to get the fans inside the stadium despite the stars playing. See, there is not much takers when it comes to Ranji Trophy, but the same crowd will go and watch an IPL match. Even a practice session, when a Mahendra Singh Dhoni goes to warm up, even a practice session. Remember, the season's first practices is normally open to the fans, and there you see a full house at Chipper just to watch Mahendra Singh Dhoni practice. So this is all about star culture. It has got nothing to do of get popularizing Ranji Trophy. I think it's good for youngsters. Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma getting along with the youngsters, motivating them. It's fine. It's fine. Absolutely no problem. And we know what their contributions to Indian cricket. But as far as the popularity of Ranji Trophy, I don't see them. It was just an aberration to see such number of turnout, and the fact that crowd immediately left after Virat Kohli got out, that itself says the picture.
Yes, yes, Devasi sir, but I would like to add on to this. When I was covering Rohit Sharma in BKC, the crowd hanged on to the match to support their team till the last day of the game. However, this
Naman,
way,
Naman,
I
I'll just
understand.
stop you. I'll just stop you. Those are the real fans. Those that hanged around just despite Rohit Sharma got out, they were the true loyal fans of Mumbai. They were not Rohit Sharma fans. Yes, among those few were Rohit Sharma fans, but they were actually the loyal Mumbai fans. So they loved the Mumbai state team, not just they did not go for Rohit Sharma. Then they could have walked back home, which was the case today at the Arun Jaitley Stadium.
And Naman, also another fact is that, I mean, you cannot compare Bombay with the rest of the country. Bombay and maybe Chepak, in the sense, I mean, they had some diehard. Bombay's cricket culture is such that, and not for nothing, they have won Ranji Trophy for 43 times. So they have some diehard domestic cricket fans. If that Bombay versus Jammu and Kashmir game would have played at one today, you would have seen a turnout of 10, 15,000. And last year, when Bombay played the final at Wankhede and won, there was a turnout of sort of 10,000 and average turnout of 8 to 10,000 for all 5 days. So there is a difference in cricket culture in Bombay as far as Bombay is concerned. We have a bit of that in Chennai also, in Chepak. This year, even Tamil Nadu are playing their home games with, I mean, a decent in front of decent turnout. They love. There's a difference in culture, but uh, other places in the country, it is about the stars. It is about chasing the stars, and that's the harsh reality. But that's the way it is.
Yes, definitely it is like that right now. Mumbai and Chennai having that fan following, that real passion for the game. Vaibhav, coming to you, uh, I mean, Rohit also was rushed in his innings when he was playing for Mumbai. Virat Kohli, like Gargi put it, he was not. There was some lack of technique, or it's his ego came over him. What was it? I mean, what do you think of this? Are these players taking domestic cricket casually? I mean, this game, is it, although being inconsequential, is it that inconsequential for these stars that they're just marking their presence?
See, I was not following the game that much because here I am at the VCA following the Vidar versus Hyderabad game. So couldn't watch how Virat Kohli got dismissed. But yes, when I opened X, when I opened Twitter, and then I was watching how he got out, it was very disappointing because as you guys put out, he smashed the boundary just before he got out. So I think that played in his mind, like Shamik sir said, that could have played in mind that I can smash this bowler because railways bowlers, they are not renowned. If you look at the top wicket takers chart, you will not find railways bowlers there. So I think it's more about Virat getting complacent. That's all I can say because sometimes you are being over ambitious when you hit a boundary. You have dominated first class cricket. You have dominated red ball cricket for a long time. Sometimes these kind of things play on your head, and that's what I think happened with Virat. He smashed the boundary, but credit to Himanshu because the dismissal I saw, he went just a bit wide on the crease, and then the ball jacked back in. So, and it's a very good sight for a fast bowler to see the stumps cartwheeling. It's a great sight for a fast bowler, but again, disappointing from Virat's point of view. And it looks like Virat when a player is not in form. That's when these kind of dismissals become one. In the morning show, we were talking about what if the fans will be turning out to see Virat bat, but what if Virat gets out and then what will happen? So this is what we were talking about. If what if Virat gets out early, and that's what happened. And that happens when you haven't scored as many runs as you would have liked in a tours like Australia, and that's where the players should start feeling like Ranji cricket is not easy. Like you said, Rohit Sharma got out, Yashasvi couldn't score runs, Rishabh Pant couldn't score against Saurashtra. So now players should start, getting their head in that right space that Ranji cricket is not easy. Conditions in Ranji cricket is not even Vidarbha. Karun Raya was scoring runs in Vijay Hazare Trophy, but now he's not. He failed in the first innings against Hyderabad bowlers. So why it happened? Because conditions are not easy. If you don't respect the conditions, if you don't respect the opposition bowlers, it's a cricket field. Ultimately, you are playing on a cricket field. Conditions will get you out. Bowlers will get you out. You just have to place. You have to place yourself in a right frame of mind so that you can score runs. So I don't think Virat was. I could just say that Virat got complacent. That's all. Because otherwise, Virat, it would have been very easy if he would have been in the right space, like he was in Edgbaston, like he was in Adelaide in 2018. If Virat is in right frame of mind, if he's not complacent, if he's ready to dug in and spend time out, he will score runs. But that didn't happen today. Hopefully, if he plays in the second innings, hopefully he will be able to spend more time on the crease and score some runs.
Sure, sure. I mean,
Naman,
Gary, coming back to
Naman, there
you.
was a
Yes,
Naman, there was a super chat. There was a super chat talking about Virat
yes, yes,
Kohli's technique in news. I would
yes,
want
yes.
to
I
take
was
that.
coming to them. Yes, yes. I was going to come back at that. AHQ says he's been away. Kohli has been way too loose in technique, irritating watching him bat as he's not out of form, but doesn't want to respect the bowler or situation. Shamik sir,
I
Gargi, Devashi sir,
I
what are your thoughts?
I I agree with the first part of it. Of late, he has been pretty loose with his technique, and it's a bit surprising for me because see, Virat Kohli is the bona fide great of the game. If such if such changes appear in the hour of in the technique of a lesser batsman, I can understand because for a lesser batsman, even if he knows where the fault lies, he might not have the skill set to use that as an antidote. But in Virat Kohli's case, it should not be the case. Virat Kohli knows his cricket inside out better than the rest. So Virat Kohli falling prey to his loose technique over and over again, it is a bit surprising for me. So I don't know whether he will find an antidote. As regards his not respecting the bowler or situation, I can comment on that because I cannot read Virat Kohli's mind, what is going through his mind. But in fact, but the fact of the matter is that in Australia, he respected conditions, he respected bowlers, especially in the final test at Sydney. He tinkered with his technique. In the final innings, he went completely side on, completely shot out his favorite shot, cover drive. Still, he was out caught at sleep. So there is a technical problem. What is the antidote? Virat Kohli will have to find out. And given Virat Kohli's stature and caliber of the game, I'm a little surprised that he hasn't found the antidote as yet.
But if you
Okay,
ask me, if I may just add, if you ask me, I think he needs to curb his ego. That's the bottom line because cricket is a great leveler. Means you might be a Virat Kohli, you might score tons and tons of runs, 80 to 80 to 100. But what it boils down to is that you are starting from scratch zero. Means fresh innings. So I think he needs to curb his ego at the start of his innings, irrespective of the format. Means obviously we know what Virat Kohli can do, and you can see that. Means obviously he takes initially time to settle down, and once he settles down, we know what a batter he is. He can dominate any attack. I mean, any given day. So I think clearly today's dismissal, if you ask me, after hitting up straight boundary, it was about ego. Means obviously he thought he felt that as Vaibhav said, it was about complacency. Means obviously and you cannot take anyone lightly. And this game is of great level. You should respect, irrespective of what the formats, what the opposition is.
And Devashish, the fact is that cricket has changed a lot. Modern day batsmen, they have a completely different mindset. Maybe just maybe
Shamik sir, you're not audible. No, can you I mean,
am
speak a
I
bit
audible?
louder. Yes,
Am
yes,
I
yes, you
audible?
are. Yes, sir. Yes, you are.
So,
Yes, sir.
and Devashish, Devashish, what I'm telling Devashish is that cricket has changed a lot of late. Modern day batsmen, they have a different kind of a mindset. They We have now something called release shot, stuff like that. But maybe, just maybe, Virat once again Virat is the best judge. There is a golden line with Sunil Gavaskar that give the first 2 hours to the bowler and give the first hour to the bowler and the next 5 hours would be yours. This is an age old Bombay school of batting principle. Maybe, just maybe, Virat Kohli would do well to heed to Sunil Gavaskar's advice. Maybe that would augur well for him.
Yes, yes, sir. I mean, there have been a lot of comments suggesting that we might be pushing or promoting Kohli. That's not like it. We are just here putting out what has been happening. We did it for Rohit as well when he was not batting correctly. So that's out of the question. Gargi, final comments. What do you think about this innings by Kohli, and then yeah.
It's obviously been a disappointment because, Kohli had a bad showing at the Border Gavaskar Trophy as well, but you expected him to come to domestic cricket. I know it's just one match, I know it's just two batting innings, but at the same time, you expected him to rectify as much as he could in the little time that he got in domestic cricket. Unfortunately, that did not happen. And when you kind of try to analyze the way that he got out today, it's again a disappointment because he had no reason to play that shot after he had already gotten a boundary. And clearly, he was struggling to get in that over. At least he was struggling to get the ball onto the bat. So he had no reason to slog once again or try the same shot when he had already gotten a boundary off of it. Like Devashi said, I think there is a little bit of ego that plays a part there. And in the next inning, I only hope that we can see a good Virat Kohli come out, a responsible someone who can, take let's say take this opportunity and turn this into something memorable. That's all. Because this might just be the last time that we see Virat Kohli playing for Delhi.
I think some internet issues with Naman.
Yes, I think I had the last word, so I think we can take your leave, guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Naman had some
Exactly,
technical
Gandhi.
issues
Just
there.
just before
Yeah.
before we sign off, an update from Eden Gardens. Bengal have taken the first innings lead. At lunch, they were 218 for 7. A couple of half centuries. Shumanta Gupta scored a half century. Obviously scored a half century. But the game is now evenly poised.
Yes,
An
yes.
update from
Sorry
an
about
update
that.
from BC as well. An update from BC
Yes.
as well. Tanmay Agarwal has scored a century just before the lunch. Hyderabad has taken 17 runs lead and 2 wickets. Vidarbh only could manage 2 wickets. One going to Akshay Vakre, the lone fighter, and the other one going to Path Randwar. So, it's becoming even more difficult for Vidarbh because yesterday they could only muster 190 runs, which I said that 190 is not enough on this track. And see, Tanmay Agrawal has already surpassed it. Tanmay Agrawal has already smashed it. He's already the highest run scorer of this season, and he's showing that why he's there at the top. He the you know it was very good from my perspective to see him bat in the way he looked in no trouble. He looked in no trouble against spinners, against pacers. He was easing the boundaries whenever he liked. At will, he was scoring boundaries. So yeah, it's now about Hyderabad taking the lead. How much he can bat, how much he can extend this lead to, it will be interesting to see. And also how the spinners will bowl because Akshay Vakre has proven that there is some purchase in the wicket. So now how Harsh Dubey goes about his business in the afternoon session will be interesting to see from Vidar's point of view.
Yes, definitely. Ranji Trophy continues to be a spectacle. Pujara and Rahane both reaching 90 run plus scores. King Kohli falling. I mean, it's been going all around. It's unfolding. Ranji Trophy is again at its peak. Thank you all for joining for our coverage, and thank you to our reporters Gargi, Shamik, Devashish, and Weber as well. To everyone out watching, do come back and join us at 5 p.m. We will be back with Boria Majumdar and covering the T20I against 4th T20I against England. Until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.